Hey guys, today we're going to analyze every possible reason why Marinette OR Ladybug might get akumatized at some point this season. After just the third episode of season 6, we've already established the direction things are headed, and I'm excited to see where it goes, so let's get theorizing. While in the past, Lyla aka Chrysalis has attempted to get Marinette akumatized multiple times, only to just miss out on it going through, now she is stronger than ever, having possession of the butterfly Miraculous herself, and the London special was a perfect example of how powerful Chrysalis really is. However, even without a Miraculous, Chrysalis is still a threat, and this has been shown to us since as early as her first appearance in the episode Valpina. Not only is she a master manipulator that has managed to turn Marinette's friends against her multiple times throughout the seasons, but she had even convinced Alia at one point that she was a good person until being exposed to the class at the end of season 5. One of the biggest episodes that I think will come into play from prior seasons is the episode Revelation. In this episode, Lyla is akumatized into Hoaxer, which allows for her to use digital illusions to control people's perceptions, one of those people being Natalie. Despite everything that's happened since this episode, Chrysalis still has access to everything Natalie shared with her, including her knowledge of Emily, important documents, and Gabriel being Monarch. The only reason she's yet to expose the truth about Monarch's real identity, and the lies Ladybug shared with the rest of Paris, is because it only fuels the fire to her plan in making sure this time she won't fail in getting Marinette OR Ladybug akumatized. Chrysalis is always one step ahead, using hidden information to manipulate and deceive. Just like how personal data in the wrong hands can be used against you. That's why protecting your own information is so important, and thanks to Aura, the sponsor of today's video, taking control of your privacy has never been easier. Aura is constantly on the lookout for data brokers selling your information and request its removal. So in just a few weeks, you'll notice less spam and fewer unwanted risks. Aura also monitors the dark web and immediately alerts you if your information has been found, which gives me peace of mind. If someone tries to access your credit or bank accounts, you'll get an instant notification giving you the chance to act fast. And for extra peace of mind, Aura includes up to $5 million in identity theft insurance. One of my favorite features is the built-in VPN with over 100 locations, so you can browse securely and continue watching all of your favorite shows no matter where you are. Aura is the all-in-one tool for protecting your digital life, and you can try it free for 14 days at aura.com/Maya.B show, which is linked in the description. Thank you to Aura for sponsoring this video. Now, let's get theorizing. So, you may have noticed that I continue to clarify that it'll either be Marinette getting akumatized or Ladybug, and I'm honestly not sure which identity Chrysalis will attempt to get to, but we can look over the patterns throughout the series so far. Just by looking at our 4 episodes we've gotten from season 6, 3 out of the 4 akumatizations were directly caused by Marinette's actions, and one of which made it explicitly clear to Ladybug herself that she was the villain that day. In the episode Illustrator, if Marinette had just given Maya some of her time to compliment her drawings and stayed with Adrien during their date instead of running off, the money never would have flown away and Maya's dad wouldn't have yelled at her, resulting in her akumatization. In the episode Sublimation, if Marinette had just behaved normally and left Sublime alone during her trials, instead of getting soapy water into her running blades, Sublime wouldn't have fallen and broken her blades, her mother wouldn't have gotten akumatized, and may have even possibly gotten the sponsor from Bob. In episode 4, Daddy Cop, Marinette is so caught up with trying to convince Adrien to attend her girls' party that she doesn't even pay attention to neither Zoe or Sabrina, and nearly gets Sabrina akumatized, which results in her dad Roger getting akumatized instead. And no, this isn't to say that Marinette is a horrible character, but it just goes to add to the setup of this season. Something important to note during the episodes Illustrator and Sublimation is that just before both akumatizations happen, Chrysalis and potentially her sidekick are always near Marinette, as if they're waiting for her to be the reason somebody gets hurt. This could mean that Marinette is the obvious target for this season, but what about the London special? Despite Chrysalis's attempts to perfect her plan in getting a hold of both the Ladybug and Black Cat Miraculous, not only did she fail to Ladybug in the end and was wary of this, stating by the end of the special, "So you really think you can outsmart me, Ladybug? We'll see who finds who first." But in that exact same episode, we see Chrysalis make a wish that involves Marinette disappearing from that timeline. Now, as we've recently come to learn, intentions in Miraculous is a big deal. So while Marinette was affected by Chrysalis's wish, the true intention behind it could have been to erase Ladybug in particular, which then meant for Marinette to disappear as well. I'd also like to think that after the way things ended off for Lyla in the season 5 finale, with Marinette and Sabrina teaming up to expose her and Chloe's true intentions, that Marinette's classmates would never fall for the same trick again. Right? Wrong. No! In the season 5 finale, it's revealed that Lyla will be attending the same school as Marinette and Adrien, only now she'll be known as somebody else, who I think could possibly be the character Rose mentioned in the episode Daddy Cop, Agli. Whether Lyla's next identity ends up being Agli or not though, it is still confirmed that she will eventually be appearing at the school and continuing to get in between Marinette and Adrien, along with the rest of their friends. So I've been looking at the season 6 episode list and wondering to myself when it would make the most sense for Mary.B to get akumatized, and don't worry, I can already hear you.
Maya, it's obviously going to take place in episode 22, Lady Chaos.
And it very well could be. Cap Blanc was episode 22 of season 3, but I have to disagree. One of the reasons why I feel that Mary.B's inevitable akumatization has been delayed for some seasons now is simply because of how big of a deal it would be. Don't get me wrong, Cap Blanc was a phenomenal episode and a big deal. However, if you've been a longtime fan of the show, you'll know that Adrien/Cat Noir is not put on the same pedestal as his partner Ladybug is, and so I think it would make more sense to see this all play out during a larger episode, like the season 6 finale, episodes Secret Protocol and Nemesis. The meaning of Nemesis is a person or thing that is very difficult to defeat, and while that could go for both Chrysalis and Mary.B if akumatized this finale, given the previous episode title, Secret Protocol, I have a feeling this would be leaning more towards having to defeat Mary.B. Remember last season in the episode Destruction when we saw Ladybug's backup plan if Monarch ever forced the Kwamis to reveal Ladybug's address to him, and how prepared Mary.B was for a situation like that? Well, the same most likely applies to this scenario too. At the end of episode 2 of season 6, Illustrator, it's revealed that if something ever were to happen to Marinette, Alia would not only be the next holder of the Ladybug Miraculous, but as well as the Guardian. Why else would this have been set up so early this season, if not for preparing us to see Mary.B get akumatized? So far in season 6, we've also gotten to see the now permanent holders getting more adjusted to their Miraculouses, and now having easier access to each other thanks to the upgrade in all of the Miraculouses. We've seen how the holders have come together in the past even without their Miraculouses in order to overcome anything, so imagine now what they'll have pulled up their sleeves when the day comes that their guardian is their enemy. This would be a great opportunity to really showcase how far the heroes and team have come, and also the sheer force that will be likely required in order to defeat Mary.B when and if she gets akumatized. Speaking about plans though, what if Marinette were to be intentionally akumatized? Remember in episode 2 Illustrator how Marinette and Alia were stressing over the fact that they've yet to learn anything about the new holder of the Butterfly Miraculous? What if by the end of this season they've still yet to learn anything about them and resort to purposely getting akumatized? This last bit is most likely just an old tease that wouldn't actually be the final version or maybe even be real, but way back on Twitter, Thomas had teased what seemed like a design of Marinette akumatized. And just for fun, I want to talk about this because this design is beautiful. The black and red is so obviously screaming Ladybug. I would love to see this, but whatever her final design is, I just hope they do her justice. Shadybug is a great example of a design well done, and now with the new animation style, I'm excited to see what they'll go with. Could you see Mary.B finally getting akumatized this season? I sure hope she will, because if you've been subscribed to my channel long enough, you'll know I've been talking about this for years now, and I want to see this happen. As for episode air dates, I'm happy to report that we will be getting new episodes next month in April from Disney US, and those episodes being episode 11 Revelator on April 19th, and hopefully hopefully episode 1, Climactic Queen on April 26, if all goes as planned. And just as I'm finishing up this video, we got an even sooner air date for the episode Revelator, which will be coming out first from Gloob this Friday on March 21st. As always, be sure to let me know your thoughts and theories down below, and subscribe so you never miss the tea on the show you love. And an extra special thanks to my Celestial Guardian channel members, and I'll see you guys in the next one.